continuous 20 to get you going today. Today's workout is all body weight exercises, time efficient and effective. You'll be done in 20 minutes. With continuous 20, we have 5 exercises that we are doing, 40 seconds of work for each of those exercises with a 20-second active recovery in between each exercise. We go through all 5 of the exercises for 4 rounds for that continuous workout, working on your mindset, keeping you going, having fun with all the creative exercises I have up for today. So let's walk through the body weight only exercises I have. I will offer you modifications for each of the exercises. The first exercise we're starting off with is a lateral shuffle to a tap back. So make sure that you have some space in your room. You're going to start on one side of the room and you're just going to shuffle across. When you get to this side of the room, you're going to be putting the focus in that front leg, in that front glute, and you're going to just tap back. That back leg is just there for balance and stability. All the work is going to be in that front leg. And then shuffle over, staying low. Again, lean into that outside leg and just tap back with the inside leg. You don't want to lean back on that inside leg because you're going to be taking tension off of this front leg that we want to be working on. So keeping it low, tap. Keeping it low, tap. Warming things up. The second exercise we're going into is a squat to a toe reach. Squatting down, good form, chest lifted, heels on the ground. When you come up, straight leg, reach it out. Back down, straight leg, reach it out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Your modification will be to bend the knee or just reach as far as you can, maybe just to your calf. So squatting down and having a bent leg when you come up. Squatting down with a bent leg, okay? And squatting as low as you're able to, but ensure that you're keeping those heels on the ground when you do that. You can always have a prop, a chair or something to tap back to for the squat. Your third exercise, we're going down to the ground for push-up shoulder taps. So coming down to the ground in a push-up position, you're going to do a push-up, you're going to come up, shoulder tap, tap, back down. Modification is always from your knees for these, and then balancing on those 3 points, tap and tap without rotating at the hips. If you're in full push-up and those hips are sagging, I want you to go to your knees for this exercise, especially as we go through all of the rounds. As you start to fatigue, always go to that modification to reduce your risk of injury. The fourth exercise, we're going to be working some triceps. So we're going to be coming back down to the ground. We're going to have legs straight. We're going to do a tricep dip into that reverse plank with a knee in. And then lowering down, pressing up off the ground, knee in for that exercise. Okay, if you find it hard to do the knee in, just keep your legs bent. I just want you to do some tricep dips and maybe lift from here. So instead of a straight leg, you're going to have a bent leg for that exercise. And for our final exercise, we're doing alternating V-ups. So we get the leg all the way back on the ground. You're going to come up, alternating V-up, opposite arm to opposite foot, lay back and up. So we want to make sure we're not just falling to the ground, that when you come back to the ground, you're doing that with control. That you're not lifting the hips off the ground to create momentum to come back up. So if that is too difficult, again, bent knee is going to be your modification. Bent knee, always going to be your modification for those. If you still can't lift your torso up all the way off the ground, you can just stay here and do runner, I call these runner sprint crunches. You can do those as well, okay? Anything to keep yourself moving throughout this continuous 20 is the name of the game here. I will be coaching you through the workout, each of the exercises, letting you know about the modifications so that you can stay moving. All right, that's it for today. Body weight only. All you need is you and your mindset. And we're going to get this workout started. So we are starting with that lateral shuffle to a tap back. So you're going to start on one side of your room. And this continuous 20 body weight only workout is going to begin in less than 10 seconds. So start on one side of your room. We're shuffling over in a low squat and then putting that focus in the outside leg. So over, tap, over, just warming things up. So if you don't want to shuffle or you don't want to hop, you're just going to be walking into it, okay? Just walking into it, putting that focus on that outside glute, okay? So always modification, just make it a little bit more impact, low impact, okay? But make sure that you are really putting that tension in that front leg, and you're not leaning back and coming up and taking tension off by going into the back leg, okay? That back leg's just there for stability. And as you warm up, as we go through the rounds, you can make this one a little quicker. For the 20 seconds, it's active recovery. We march it out, tap it out, whatever you want to do, but we stay moving. So our next exercise is the squat to the toe reach. Okay, squatting down as low as you're able to. Maybe you have something like a box or a chair to tap back to, and then we're reaching out to our toe. So taking it down and up, down and up. So making sure you have good posture at the top, that you're not leaning back or leaning forward to reach your toe, that you're going up and reaching out. So if you can't reach that toe without reaching forward, bend the knee. Bend the knee or reach to your calf. Keep your heels on the ground when you're squatting down. Imagine you're sitting back in that chair and the chest is lifted. 10 more seconds here. Keep breathing. Good posture. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Walk it out. Third exercise, we're going down to the ground for our push-up shoulder taps. Your modification will be from your knees. And go ahead and make it down to the ground. You set up and perform the push-up and the shoulder taps without rotating at the hips. So as you balance on those 3 points, press your palm into the ground, keep those hips square, tap and tap. Lower with control. Don't let yourself just fall to the ground. I like to have my elbows at a 45-degree angle when I'm doing push-ups. And again, if your hips start to sag or if you need that modification, you're from your knees. And go at your own pace. With the 40 seconds, you work at your own pace. Don't feel like you have to keep up with me. And walk it up. Your head will be the last left. And walk it out. Our fourth exercise, we're working triceps. So arms might be a little tired. After that exercise, we're going to go and challenge our triceps. We're going to add the knee in. Go ahead and come down to the ground. Legs are going to be straight. Triceps in that reverse plank. Knee it in. Back down. Press. Knee it in. Try to get in that full range. If your hips are sagging, get in that full range. Bring it in. It's a little more difficult that way, right? So if you can't do that, like I said, you're going to bend your knees and then do a knee in. Back down, tap the ground, press. You can do that full version up in the reverse plank and knee it in. Less than 10 seconds. Feeling it in those triceps after doing those push-ups, and lower down and carefully walk it up and walk it out. Last exercise, we go back down to the ground. So coming off the ground, up and down is very functional. We do it throughout the day. Okay. We're going down to the ground for the V-ups, alternating, straight leg. If you can't do that, you're bending your leg. If you can come up and balance on those glutes at the top, do that. So that leg on the ground is just a light touch on the ground. Okay, we're not rocking and rolling, so when you come down here, don't lift your glutes off the ground and try to get yourself up. If you're doing that, bend your knee. And if that's still hard, I want you to do runner sprints from here. Okay, all types of options to keep you moving. And make sure too, as you go through all the exercises, especially working with abs, that we're not holding our breath. Control it on the way down. Remember that too. Carefully come up. You finished one round. We're going back to the top for the beginning of round 2. And make sure you control the movement on the way down, that you're not just falling to the ground, okay? 5 more seconds of your active recovery. We go back to lateral shuffles to tap back. So stay low, tap it over, lean into that front leg, lean into this glute, and you just lightly tap on with that back leg. It's like a skater. We're adding the shuffle, but we're really getting that connection with that front leg and lean into it and make it power over. You can always do that too. You want to make it a little more challenging. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. If you got more room in your space, in your living room, wherever you are, you can add in a few more shuffles, so you can always just walk it over. And always with good intention as you're doing these exercises. And 3, 2, 1, and come up and walk it out. Squat to toe ridge is next. Like I said, if you need that, something to sit back on, for this to help you have a good squat, I want you to do that, okay? I want you to get your heels on the ground when you're squatting down, all right? Put your hands behind your head, down and reach, down and reach. So if you do have trouble keeping those heels on the ground, you can put your hands out in front of you and reach up. This helps to counterbalance your weight so you can feel more comfortable squatting back. If you want more of a challenge, put your hands behind your head in that prisoner squat. Try to reach out with a straight leg. Bring that belly button in. Keep good posture. Try not to lean forward when you do it. If you're leaning forward, bend your knee. And power out of that squat. And 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. All right, going down to the ground for push-ups. Push-ups, so we're adding the shoulder tap. We're adding that little bit of balance and stability. Go ahead and make your way down to the ground. Set up in your push-up and lower yourself down and balance on those 3 points. Press that palm into the ground. Press that palm into the ground as you lift. Make sure your lower body also is stable. So pressing those heels back, squeezing quads so you're not just lifting dead weight, okay? This is really a full body exercise. If you start to sag or your butt's in the air and your shoulders come down behind your palms, straighten yourself out, put yourself to your knees, and perform it that way. 10 seconds to go. Make sure you're not rotating at the hips when you lift that hand off the ground. And carefully walk it up, heads left to left, and walk it out for 20 seconds. Going into our 4th exercise, the tricep dips. Now, if you want to make this more challenging and you want a bigger range of motion for your tricep dips, you can do them from a bench. So here I'm getting a little bit more range of motion with my tricep dip and then the knee in, okay? You can do this as well. If you want a little bit more range of motion on your tricep dip, or if you find it difficult to get yourself into that full reverse plank from the floor, you can do this as well. Less than 20 seconds, burning out those triceps, getting that knee up. Keep those hips from sagging. And 3, 2, 1, and carefully come up and walk it out. All right, last exercise in the round already. You're almost halfway down with the workout. All right, so we're going to the alternating D-ups. This is challenging for folks, so there are lots of modifications to help you stay moving, all right? Come on down to the ground, on the ground, and lift in that nice V shape. If straight leg is too hard, bent knee always makes it easier, but control it on the way down. So let's work on good form here, good control. So we lower down with control. We're not bouncing off our glutes, lifting, trying to get that torso off the ground. If that's too difficult, knee ins, and if that's too difficult, spread your knees. Just a little more intensity there and do that, okay? You got 3, 2, 1. Walk it up. Back to the top. You're halfway through the workout. 2 more rounds. Your glass is half full, over half full, okay? All right. Back to the top to our lateral shuffles. To tap back if you can. Your body's nice and warmed up. I'm gonna do a little quicker pace this time. Take it over. Tap. Take it over. Tap. Stay low. Really focus on putting that weight into that glute. And just a little tap back. Don't let yourself come back and take tension off that front leg. Stay low. You can always walk into this. You can go side to side if you want to even, okay? I just want you to stay moving. It's the name of the game with this workout. So we're not only working on the physical portion, but we're working on our mindset, that we stay moving. Those modifications will always be your best friend, okay? Always drive down that modification. Ooh, okay, walk it out. Squat to toe reach. Again, focusing on good form here with this exercise, good posture. You're not rounding back, leaning back, not leaning forward. All right, remember, harder, hands behind the head, easier counterbalance. We're down, up, down, up. If you're afraid of squatting back, put your hand out in front of you and reach that foot out to that toe. Heels on the ground, chest is lifted. Imagine that chair, tapping back to it. When you come up, shoulders right over your hips. You're not coming forward to reach that foot. If you're doing that, let's bend that knee. And 10 seconds left here. If you want to add a little more energy into it, get a little hop. And 3, 2, 1, and done. Keep moving. I'm going to tie my shoe. The third exercise, we are going down to the ground for our push-ups, to our shoulder taps. 10 more seconds back to recovery. We'll make it down to the ground. Go ahead and come down to the ground and set up. And let's drop it down. Press it up without rotating. Tap. Balance on those 3 points. If you are having trouble balancing, you can set your feet a little wider to have more foundation to do this exercise from, especially if your hips are starting to rotate. Make sure hips aren't sagging and that your shoulders stay over those palms and the butt is out of the air. And also, just look straight in front of you at your fingertips. You don't want to be looking up or to the side or looking back at the clock like I am. 3, 2, 1, and done. Carefully come up, head to the last lift, and walk it out. Woo. You get to go back down to the ground after working our upper body. The push-ups, we're going to work triceps now and burn those out. So come down to the ground for 3, 2, 1. Set up straight legs. Push up into that reverse plank and knee it in and down. You can set your butt all the way down to the ground. Explode off the ground if you want to, or if you want to keep tension, just come down to where you're hovering, back into that reverse plank. Bring that knee in as high as you can, okay? If this is too hard, you're going from bent knees and up, down, up, okay? Or you can walk it in and walk it out. You know, there's so many different ways you can do these exercises. So you can get it done. 3, 2, 1, and woo, carefully try to get yourself off the ground. Arms are woo, feeling it, right? Walk it out. One more time, making it back down to ground for our final exercises around alternating the ups. Okay, let's go. Let's work some abs. Whew. I always say abs are the dessert. Ab exercises are dessert. I like to save them for last, but I don't have them. Come up and down. Make sure you're controlling the way down. You are not using momentum to do this. Control. Up with control. Bend the knee if you have to. Reach as high as you can. Try to balance on those glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up for your final round. Walk it up. One more round to go. That means 5 minutes. You can do 5 minutes. You're not going to give up yet. You can do 5 minutes. Why not? Got those abs for dessert at the end. Let's go ahead. Start with our lateral shuffle to tap back. Take it over. Lean into that front glute. Maybe balance. Maybe now you can take that back leg off the ground. If not, just tap. Just a little tap. Lean. Lean. Keep it low. Maybe pick up your pace here on this last round. You only got 20 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk it out. Woo. Squats to toe reach. These squats to toe reach are focusing on good squat form. All right. Hands out in front of you. If you fear sitting your hips back, it's going to counterbalance. You want more of a challenge? Hands behind your head and reach. Good posture at the top. You're not leaning back. We're not doing any of this, and we're not doing any of this. Good posture up and down. Bring that belly button in. Woo, reach it out. Hands out if you need to. Have something to sit on if you need to do that. Heels on the ground. Knees track out. Toes slightly out. I like to have my toes slightly pointed out versus straight in front of me. Okay. Come down as low as you're able to. And done with that one. Walk it up. 3 exercises to go. Gotta knock some push-ups out. I think I get some upper body in. Exhale. Use this time to breathe. You got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 more seconds. Go and make your way down to the ground. I'll go from this angle. And down, up. No rotating. Press that lone palm into the ground. Feel that belly button come in and up. Feel those stabilizers kick in. And if you need more balance, send those feet a little wider so you have more ground that you're covering. If hips are sagging, go to your knees. If butt's in the air, bring those shoulders over your palms. 10 more seconds. Let's knock these out. Come on. And 3, 2, one more push up. 1, and carefully bring it up. Heads to the left. Upper body's tired. We're going to burn out some triceps next. Adding that knee in, working on abs, working on those lower abs. Bring the knee in. Go and make your way to the ground. And up, knee in. Woo, down. I'm just barely tapping the ground. I'm just gonna hover and keep tension on those triceps. Maybe 2 tricep dips and 2 knee ins. 2 tricep dips, 2 knee ins. I like that option. That's what we should have been doing. Woo, 20 more seconds. Bend those knees if you need to. Get up into a full reverse plank. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your glutes, but don't overextend your back. So bring the belly button in. Here we go. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! And carefully come up. We got one more exercise to do. Very functional movement. Getting up and down off the ground. Walk it out. So if you feel wrist issues for that exercise, push-ups and stuff like that, put something like a rolled up towel underneath your palms. That's going to help with your mobility. All right, I'll show you again to finish the workout. Up and down. Exhale at the top. And down. And control on the way down. All that air's out at the top. Having that stability. Balancing on that glute. Control on the way down. We're not bouncing off the ground. Bend that knee. Like I said, bend the knee. If you still can't do this, do a runner sprint to the end. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, reach. 5, 4. Last 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing. You're not done yet. Heads to the left. And walk it out. Maybe put those hands behind your head. Breathe deeply. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done for today. body weight only. You can get it done and get a good workout in, and it's a fun and creative way to get that cardio in for the day. You don't have to be on a treadmill or, you know, on an elliptical or whatever. Those are great, but these workouts are excellent because we're combining cardio with strength, with mobility, with flexibility. We're holding on to lean muscle, we're burning calories, we're doing it effectively, efficiently, all right, and having fun. All right, y'all, that's today's continuous 20, and I hope you'll join me for the next continuous 20.